Alright, so quick little introduction. My name is D'Angelo. I just wanted to go ahead and let y'all know what I've been up to, leading up to the creation of this channel, right? So I've been trading for 3 years. I was about to say 23 years. I've been trading for 3 years. I'm 23 years old and I'm just trying to figure this shit out, you know what I'm saying? Just like all of y'all. I'm assuming everybody watching this video is a upcoming trader, right? You're trying to make it just like me. I am not profitable yet, but I'm deciding to document my journey before I get to profitability because I was convinced through somebody else's video where I was watching them out and I was watching and I left a comment and then we chopped it up a little bit and they convinced me to go ahead and start a YouTube channel, right? I was gonna wait until I was funded, but then I figured, I'm like, might as well start now. You might as well start before you get there because then you can document the entire process. You see the ups and downs and you get to show people what it was like before you made it. And then you get to show that final, not the final step, but that big accomplishment when you finally get there and then beyond, right? So here we are. I started trading in 2021, been trading for 3 years, and I trade ICT Concepts. Now, I found ICT Concepts back in 2023. In 2023, I found the 2022 mentorship and started applying that to my trading system, which was already just in shambles. And the 2022 mentorship basically brought it together, made my own tiny tweaks to it. And now I found the system that I want to take all the way to forever. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just working on the psychology part of things. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are. And that's basically the main thing I want to talk about in this video is an introduction to the channel and then psychology, basically where I'm at right now. I figured out the technicals. I figured out the what do you want to call it? The risk management, and I almost figured out the psychology. I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting real close, but I have kind of a little tendency that I have that just holds me back sometimes, but I think I figured it out, and that's what also gave me the extra confidence to create this channel, because I think I'm getting closer to profitability and getting funded and getting payouts and all of that shit, right? So that little tendency that I have is to not trust the system sometimes, right? And because of that, I wouldn't get into trades. I like be doing that sometimes. But yeah, like I get into trades that I'm not supposed to get in, and I won't get into trades that I am supposed to get in. And then when I go on a losing streak, that would just intensify, and then it would make everything worse, and then it'll spiral down. The things that have been good for me though is my risk management, which will keep the spirals very minimal, and then my technicals, just making sure that I'm trading at least the right time frames and the right bias, right? At least trading with the narrative. So I got that, which was keeping me from insane spirals down. But other than that, my psychology just always been inconsistent. Some days I go into the market confident, some days I go in a little shaky, and that shouldn't be a thing. You should go in with a consistent mindset outside of whatever going on in life. And that is what I'm thinking I figured out, right? What I figured out is that with this trading shit, you can't attach it to yourself too much. And you can't look at the outcome too much as well. Because if you're outcome focused and if you're ego based, then it's gonna show on the charts. If you have an ego, you're gonna try to enforce your will on the charts. Oh, it's gonna reverse here. It's gonna reverse there. Oh, this supply is gonna hold. This fair value cap is gonna hold. It has to reverse at this 50%. All of this other shit, you know what I'm saying? That's just enforcing your will on the chart. That's not going with the flow of the chart. That's not following the narrative. That's not trading when you're supposed to, where you're supposed to. That's enforcing your will. And then trading with too much confidence, that'll cause you to take trades that you're not supposed to be taking. Again, enforcing your will. So when you're doing these type of things, you're just never going to find profitability. So you have to attach no ego to the charts and no emotion to the charts. When you go in like a bot, you know what you want to look for, you know when you're looking for it, and you know what criteria needs to be met for you to press the button, and you do that day in, day out, you'll see profitability in the long term. And that's what I'm starting to figure out. And that's what I want to document, because it's something that I think a lot of traders need. Because I see in Discords and past mentorships, a lot of people just, they're too outcome focused and they have an ego with it. Like they'll start to learn something, especially ICT traders. They start to learn something and then they'll get an ego and think that it works in that exact way. It has to work and nothing else works. You know what I'm saying? When the shit clearly has like a 40% win rate. Just like support and resistance strategies. Just like any other trend line strategy or whatever. It's just a strategy. It's just entry criteria to get into a trade. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's make or break on your strategy or on your career. What's make or break is your psychology. What's make or break is your risk management. What's make or break is how you show up to the charts every day. And that's what I'm figuring out. You could trade support or resistance and make money. You could trade trend lines and make money. You could trade fib, make money. You could trade ICT, make money. You could trade whatever. If it has a back-tested edge, you just need to show up with the right mindset and the right risk management, and it will print money. You just have to do it day in, day out, and that's the hard part. Because when that system inevitably goes on that 3-loss streak, now let's see if your emotions are in check to continue to take the trades that you're supposed to and stay out of the trades that you're not supposed to be in. When that goes on a 3-win streak, let's do the same thing. Let's see if you have the emotions to take the same trades that you're supposed to and stay out of the trades that you're not supposed to be in. And keep the risk the exact same. Follow your risk management plan. That's all these things that I'm figuring out, right? And I'm seeing it in my results. I've been journaling as well since, I want to say, a year into my journey. I've been journaling, and that's been the real game changer as well, being able to go back and see what you type, because I type how I feel, what happened, and all of that stuff. And when I go back and read it, it's just like a complete reminder. Okay, I can't do that again. I remember how I felt. I remember how much that sucked. I remember how dumb I felt getting in a trade that was clearly not with a higher time frame bias. I can't do it again. I'll feel like an absolute retard if I do that again. I can't do it. So when you see that in your notes, in your journal, and then you feel those past experiences, it's almost like a repetition for your psychology, because you just won't make the same mistake. You know what I'm saying?